welcome to Bitter Demise. I am Cruz, your caster. I'm joined here today by Untrained Puppy, and we have EWD Clan versus Glitchpop with Bet in it from EWD Clan on the Unknown and the Wrecker's Yard. Untrained Puppy, how are we doing tonight?
We're doing very, very good. It should be a really exciting match. Obviously, slight ping difference, SA, NA. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too hairy. We should see a good performance here from both sides. Obviously, Fedinet, very, very skilled at killer. We've seen him quite a few times here. Our survivors here are going to have to do the best they can to try and extend the chase and not get tagged too early. As I say that,
Nice
commentator's curse, we do see a tag here on Phoenix. Yeah, things are looking quite well. We're just going to have to be careful with power here and try and dodge as much as we can. What do you think, Cruz?
Well, I think he's off to a pretty good start. Now, oh my goodness!
Oh my.
Just catching her on the edge of the UVX blast. This will be our first hook here, and it is a pain resonance. Just to go over the perks here, we have Abrupt Intervention. It's already gone because we got our first down. We got Scourge Hook, Pain Resonance, classic choice. We have Hex Ruin. You can see that generator regressing. And Hex Crowd Control to mask our Ruin and close down stage for us.
Yeah, we do see quite a strong build there, as you quite rightly said. We are going to see another survivor in chase here. It's going to be our Quentin. It's going to be shrimping here.
He is going to allow the unhook to come through. Does not protect the hook. Nice UVX blast on the shrimping.
Oh, yeah, good hit there with the EVX.
A little bit confused where he's going. We do see
Yeah, he
the
needs to
backpack.
find his way to fun bust.
I can't remember what the stopwatch add-on does.
Well, I do not know. I don't play him
I
enough.
do know what the yellow backpack add-on does. The yellow backpack add-on gives the unknown more fine control over the placing of his husks. He can shoot his husk to remove it, and it decreases the time until it spawns the next one.
Yeah, I think I remember reading that one. You see a beautiful
very
down.
popular pick. But however, we are getting our second fresh hook here on the shrimping. We will lose one generator for it. TPing this generator, catching them with a good deal of progress, starting chase on the Wasp by Jake.
Oh.
You see the fast vault here, but not quite enough to avoid the M1 there. And tag will be coming in. We're going to leave him. We do see the reset coming in on the shrimp. We're going to head back and push Ace, our Misfortune, our Ace off this generator. We will land the UVX blast here. Jack Paladin drops. Trying to see if he'll double back into the UVX blast. He is not.
We do have some difficulty from the survivor end with them struggling to get the gens done here, Cruz. And I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm feeling a 4K3, 4K2 right now in this current situation, this current atmosphere.
His flank, he's going very confidently. He is going for tags on Misfortune. If he were to continue the chase on a Misfortune or Phoenix, that would be our third fresh hook of the game. So we're not. It isn't like a lot of like games like Unknown sets or Hunter sets on Wreckers where you try to get that first down, you run agitation, you stick him in the basement, and you try and camp him to death. That is not what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of pressure. A lot of down pressure, and so far it's working out for us, but he's going to go back and try to interrupt his gen, and he does catch Misfortune out of position to land the UVX blast here. That is two survivors hugging the dirt. We're going to go back and pick up Phoenix, if we can find her.
And now the difficulty with the slug begins.
The Unknown needs to capitalize on the slug pressure now. We do see the reset coming in. We're going to deny it, get the M1 onto Misfortune, put him back on the ground. We will take the pick here. This is Misfortune's first hook again. No pain resonance here. We will save it. Either our killer probably aware, not much or actually it might have been worth it to look for a pain resonance hook, but he might not have been able to get to it in time. Either way, that is our third generator popping. We do see some scratch marks here. The pickup does come in onto Phoenix. UDX blast. And the rescue onto Misfortune. Our unknown is playing for stages here. Nice down, an M1 here. All survivors are injured or down. This is a lot of pressure right now, and yeah.
Looking difficult for our survivors right now.
Excuse me, we've already hooked Phoenix, but no pain resonance hook here. Interestingly enough, our Ruin and our crowd control totems are still up. Our survivors have either not found them or have not bothered to look for them.
I think they're focusing more on the gens. I think they're looking at it as if they put too much time on the totems. Yeah. They're going to end up with a worse result. They're really focusing on the gens here, I believe.
And right now, oh my goodness, nice greed through pallet here. I'm sure that would look great on shrimping screen. Anyways, we're going to go back and defend the unhook. Did you see the pull coming through? The double UVX blast. We're going to go after our injured unhooked survivor here. Waiting out our BT timer. Almost up here. She does run to this edge. No, not quite. We're just passing around these rocks. Oh, but a little bit greedy here. Misses the UVX. She will dispel, but we're able to swing through Misfortune, our body blocker, and get it down anyway. Now, Phoenix is deathmatch, so we will pick here. And that will be our first kill of the game. At 2 generators remaining. This is a very commanding position for a killer like Unknown to be in, especially because the expected Unknown result is something like 2K7, 2K8. So to already have the kill coming in at 2 generators is a very nice position for our killer to be in.
Agreed. What's he got to do now to get maybe like a 4K1 result, do you think? How is he going to show a bit more domination and put more pressure on the survivors?
Well, right now, he's got to play the 3v1, and the Unknown is very good at playing 3v1, especially with his map mobility from the Huss, but we need to keep these survivors off the generator and get hook pressure. And once we get hook pressure, we're kind of golden because we can keep trading hooks for hooks until a survivor dies. But he does need to be careful. This gen split is not fantastic for him. Well, it's not too bad either.
You see a nice tag there.
He'll pre-drop the pallet. Goes for the double back, but Misfortune leaves the tile. Charging up UVX blast. Nice shot on a Misfortune. Does not bother dodging. Perhaps thought the UVX was, or perhaps thought the Unknown was gonna try and predict a mind game or something. We do hit him with the UVX, but not with the blast radius. He will dispel it though. I don't know. Is dispel the right word? Or,
yes.
Excuse me. Stare down, I think is
stare down. Yeah. Stare down is when you're in chase. Dispel is when you're getting rid of the phantoms.
Right. Excuse me. I've been saying dispel. Either way. Oh my goodness, he is on point with these shots tonight. Misfortune one again, not really strafing to get out of the way of that UVX blast. Looks like he will be going in the basement here. We did hear a survivor touch that shack generator.
Gonna be hook number 6 here in a second as well.
Yeah, this is a very nice position. There's hook kind of at like a central focus point between a lot of these generators, so he can harass these survivors and also make sure he still gets some good value if somebody attempts to go for a 1-for-1. Nice collide off the tree, not quite landing it. I apologize, viewers. We have a slight. We have not been hearing the chase music this game, or at least I have not. Of course, behavior does not care about the competitive scene, and so won't bother fixing bugs with the spectator view. But alas, we persevere. We'll land the UVX on the Misfortune. You know, in a lot of Unknown games, we see less power and more just the threat to use the power, right? To try and poke survivors into dodging. But in this game, we're just hitting our UVX shots. We're really landing these shots, and yeah, it's a good day for competitive.
What you love to see, though, to be honest.
Well, Caster's Curse, hopefully we can land a shot on Misfortune somewhat soon. Not quite have the reach there. Swings through the pallet.
Really
Misfortune
good
couldn't
play
fall
there
for
for the
it.
survivor.
We'll decide to leave. I think that's a good decision. He sees these survivors doubling this generator. We do see the uninjured survivor decide to chase the injured one. We hear his moans around this tile. Pallet thrown. We hear another pallet thrown, but he's not going to commit to that chase. He's too worried about the generator. He's too worried about Waz. The two injured survivors have been separated. They have not been able to reset each other yet. Nice patience there before the vault. Cricket, our killer here. We don't hear any progress on that generator. Our shack generator has regressed all the way, so we really only have this generator right here to worry about. We do see the reset coming in on the shrimping, so we know they weren't on the other generator, the fourth one that we don't see. Nice hit on the Waz. Swing through the pallet, but not quite. And he just walks him down with the UVX and does get the injury. He's able to minimize the distance. Oh, but nice fake of a double back air swinging through the pallet. Fedin has tried that a few times this game. He's not gotten quite enough success with it, but it is a very nice mind game. The generators have regressed. Our Hex Ruin doing some work. Every moment these survivors are off generators, that is more time our Hex Ruin is cutting into that progress. So if I were the survivors, I would think about maybe cleansing the totem at this point. I'm not sure if they're scared of Penamento, but I think that would be banned, no?
Yeah, I think it's banned in such a lower skill cap, but it might be available.
We have not really wanted to commit to any of these chases yet. We're just getting M1 tags or UVX blasts and going back to patrol our generators. Nice UVX blast on the shrimping. He catches him with the medium vault through the window. He's not making much distance, but he does have this pallet thing. He runs back into him to dodge the UVX, but as he doubles back, he just catches the last few frames of that UVX blast. Oh, I hate when that happens. I've seen it befall many survivors. But anyways, we're going to leave him on the ground and go after Misfortune. We got the UVX blast. We're going to try and hit him. We got a little bit greedy there. We wanted to hit him with the UVX blast to try and minimize the distance that he makes from the sprint burst, but we miss it. We're fine with the M1. A little bit of a cheeky UVX blast there, not quite landing. But anyways, the pressure is back on these survivors. All three of them are injured, and we haven't really seen much lasting generator progress. Remember, Hex Ruin still putting in work. Oh my goodness!
So,
did he hit that? Did he hit both of them with that shot? So. That was a nice shot over Shack.
Yeah, penalty banned. You were right. I was just double checking.
It is or it is not?
It is banned, yeah.
It is banned. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure our Survivor Squad would know that.
I'd hope so.
M1 being back to generator. Oh, but it paid off because we caught our injured Misfortune a little out of position, and he's not going to be able to make any strong tiles. So our patience has paid off. I don't believe Misfortune has a pain res stack. No, excuse me, he does. He's on Death Hook, but he never used his pain res stack. There's only one of our pain res stacks left, but now, obviously, much more comfortable position. Only two survivors
left in the game.
With two generators. So maybe there's a 4K1 angle, but with smart play here, hopefully, for our killer's sake, we should be able to hold our survivors here. But either way, 4K2, 4K1, a very commanding result. on this killer. It's not something that we're surprised by seeing, but it's not. It is uncommon enough to deserve a note in its own
Yeah.
right.
I get you.
Getting a little bit fancy with the shots here, not quite connecting. He does hit him with UVX again, but the blast does not connect. You see our Jake around Shack Generator. A lot of these resources on this map have been used up. That is something our survivors can keep in mind. There are pockets of this map that are now have been turned into dead zones. Nice UVX blast. Another swing through the pallet. They are not falling for it today. Not quite connecting.
They're just holding W.
Maybe spent a little bit too much time here. He's gonna go back. Interestingly enough, he does not have to worry about the 8 regression limit with Ruin up. Obviously, Ruin not counting as a regression event, so he's free to kind of play this back and forth as long as he wants until he feels the chase is in a position that he's able to commit to it and get the down. Nice UBX blast there, not quite connecting though. The Jake will stare him down. It feels weird casting this without any chase music. We hear the little chime when he starts chase, but the no chase music is
throws you off. We do see beautiful hit there on our ace.
Right.
The irony is I can hear chase music through your screen
He's
share.
not gonna be able to make it in time. Oh. He tries going around, but just catching him at the very tip of that hitbox there. Obviously, in a 2v1, no point poking. We're gonna leave our survivor slug. No one can help him if Shrimping is in chase, and this very well might be our last chase of the game.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have Unbreakable. I don't think it's allowed at this low.
I don't think so either. Very, very commanding game from Fedinit here, and Fedinit, obviously, very seasoned player. This is just something we've come to expect of a player of this caliber.
Exactly. No, we do see some good loops here from Shrimping, though. To be fair.
Yes, we do. Realizing he just, he doesn't need to break. He can just play this. He has all the time in the world to finish this chase. There's nothing else going on. Does not want to M1 him, but M1's him now. We do get the pickup.
Reset.
That was the dumb decision. Back. Either way, we will get the quick down and go right back after chasing our injured Shrimp. Nice!
Oh no.
Predicts the vault piece and gets the grab. This will be the 4K2.
Absolutely wild that.
I'm not sure. We got tons of ruin value this game. I'm not sure how much crowd control value we got this game. I think we got some.
Not much, I don't think.
Well, it's sometimes hard to know because you can get value because the survivors know they can't play the loop, so you won't see the value, but it's like there, right? Because it's like a loop they didn't play, or it's a loop they had to leave early because of crowd control. So that could be some value there. You get a little bit of
I get you.
Nice Mori here. Okay, so we're gonna be back very shortly. We get things set up, and it is time for Glitchpop to show us what they're made of and strut their stuff on the unknown. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bitter Demise. We have Misfortune from Team Glitchpop on the Unknown Killer. Once again, I am Cruz, your caster, joined here today by Untrained Puppy. Puppy, how are you, friend?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. We did see a previous result of a 4K2, if I'm not mistaken here, Cruz. So our killer has a win con of 4K3 or a tie con of 4K2, either which they're going to try and achieve the best they can. We do see a chase happening here already with our Claudette here, and a very good, that's a Nia, sorry. Very good hit with our UVX.
This is Bennett, our
potentially.
unknown from the previous match on the Nia. We will leave him, though. Go back and see who else we can find. Don't see anyone there. We do see someone working this generator. We have a similar build from the last match with the corrupt Chain Resonance and Ruin, except this time we have swapped out crowd control for Undying, so still a very similar and powerful build. We do see that, I forget the name of that vault from...
Finesse?
Finesse, thank you, from Laura Croft. Anyways, we still have not, we've gotten some UVX hits, but no injuries yet. And once again, we are devoid of chase music. Thank you, Behavior. Might have to restart.
Yeah, I'm noticing this.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a good vault there. Life as well.
We'll just have to do it a cappella. We'll just...
Yeah, I get you.
Alright.
Now we're back into the game with the chase happening on Neo. I didn't realize it was a sprint burst as well.
Keep running and misses the UVX, but he does hit her, slows her down a little bit. She still has enough time to make the shack bolt here. Yeah, this is not... I don't like this position for Misfortune. I mean, we've gotten a few resources down. We've put a little bit of pressure, but nothing yet. Oh, that's a very generous swing there. We've not put enough pressure in, and our first generator basically going away for free. We do hear a good bit of progress on that one. We saw that generator that just popped. We saw someone working on it with the aura from Hex Undying. This will be our first M1 of the game, though.
Oh, dude, but I'm gonna cry.
Maybe
I'm gonna cry.
Too late for our killer Misfortune here. He realizes that he didn't really have much time. And
Drew, you got many plans tomorrow?
I'm sorry?
You got many plans tomorrow?
Well, you know, that is something we can discuss after the stream. The short answer is yes, I do have a good number of plans. You might not be seeing me tomorrow.
There is a match at 5 AM for me.
That's very unfortunate. But back to this match. We are chasing our injured Claudette here. Nice UVX hit. Even though we're not going to get the win here, we have to see the gesture tech to stay under pallet. We're going to pick up anyways. Yeah, unfortunately the pallet stun will come in. Yeah, this is not... Misfortune is an apt name. This has not been the most fortuitous unknown game we have seen. A little bit of BM flashlight clicking there. Hopefully our team can be a little more sportsmanlike, but either way, we will get the M1 onto Diego. Once again, under the pallet, we're scared that our Nia here or someone else sprint bursts away. We'll miss the M1. It's kind of hovering around, kind of daring the unknown to go over the pick. But either way, yeah, I don't know what we're swinging at here, Puppy, but
not going too hot right now.
Attempts to do the POV tech. He shakes his head. He says, you know, that's going to work on some killers, not going to work on me. But either way, we still have Diego slugged on the ground here. We are chasing our injured Fetanet, and another generator is going. We still have no hooks on the board. We have 3 injuries, but this is already going to be the set point taken for EWD Clan.
Yeah, it's a strong performance. I'm very unlucky for our killer.
Yeah, it's a tough killer against a tough team, and it's not uncommon to see games like this. But either way, we will see our first hook come through. We did hear the scream from Chain Resonance stack going off. We do have our injured survivors over here. Our 4th survivor did come in for the unhook. We're once again gesture checking. We know the Nia is around. We fake it and go back and try and see if we can get this down on the Nia. Knew she was hovering around for that save a few minutes ago. Oh, that's, oh my goodness. That's, you know, once again, that's I'm sure that looked weird on Fedonet's screen. If it looked weird on ours, it at least looks even weirder on the Survivor POV. But either way, our second hook of the game. We do get the M1 onto the rescuer. Hit with a pallet stun, though. She will 1-for-1 this hook save here. Not using her sprint burst yet, but
Not
there
the
she
best
goes.
right now.
Yeah. You know, it's important in games like this to not let the survivors get to you. Just keep your head in the game, play the game you know how to play, and just go for the best result possible, and just go next. It's just that's just part of the game. Either way, we do get the pick here onto Rebel. That is our third hook of the game. Second hook for Rebel.
Indeed, indeed.
Tries to bait to the pallet. Fedonет predicts it and gets the stun here. Some nodders from our killer.
Rather unlucky.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to hold this gen spread. On hooks in his face. Mia baiting him again with the sprint burst here. This is just an unlucky position for our killer. We will force the locker here. We will slow out of the locker either way. You hear that survivor being cranking away, trying to maybe see if we can get a tag. Not going to let him do it, though.
Pain res.
Fourth hook and another pain res. That's our second hook on the Fedonет here. So, at the very least, even though we're not going to take this set, we are putting some hook stages on the board, which is good for our killer. Nice M1 here on the Rebel. I do hope our survivors are not stalling the game and are actually trying to do the objectives and leave.
I think they're trying to get the gens though. I'm fairly sure.
Either way, you do see the death coming in at one generator remaining. He starts on the Logan. We're going to lose Logan. Switch back over to Fedonet. He takes the M1. That is 3 injured survivors on the board right now. UVX shot doesn't come in. Not going to be able to make this before the window. Oh, excuse me. I'm talking like we're not playing on ping. We will be able to connect the M1 before she gets to the window. There's the pick onto Logan. And another pain res. We do hear the Claudette scream. And there she is. There you go. So our killer managed to, assuming the survivors were playing their best game, our killer did manage to salvage what looks like is going to be a pretty decent result, even if he does not manage to take the set point. So kudos to Misfortune and Team Glitchpop here. EVX is not able to make the hit before the vault. She will stare him down. Diego still hugging dirt, just got picked up. Runs through it, but he runs back at him. Nice game sense by Fedonet here. Decides to leave him since both survivors doubling this generator. Successfully avoids the body block from Lugan here. Maybe applying blast mine, but I think that perk's banned, so I don't know why she's tapping the generator there. But anyways, either way, we will take our pick onto Diego here.
Do you see another hook here for our killer? The third fresh as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Lucan does not have any resources to go to. We'll take the M1 down here. We're going to leave her on the floor and go see who else we can find. We saw some scratch marks there. We're going to ignore them for now. We see someone darting out of this shack generator. That is the Nia. She drops the pallet. Lucan will get picked up.
You're gonna see.
We're not breaking here. We take the TP. Oh, but she predicts that she wouldn't have enough time and just kept running. Yeah, these are some very, very hopeful swings here. Even on ping, that's not going to connect. But either way, returning chase onto Fedinit. I don't think she has anywhere to go here, though. Might force locker. Maybe attempted 360 tech there.
Wild, absolutely wild. We do finally see a death. Finally, well, second death.
Looks like this will be the 4K1.
This is.
Although I can't help but wonder if our survivors were really trying towards the end there. It kind of seemed like they should have been able to get that last generator done, but
I mean, Ruin's still up, to be fair. It's still a fantastic.
it is. This is true. But either way, this will be the 4K1. So well done to our killer Misfortune here. And
Just imagine the Deliverance now.
I don't think Deliverance is allowed on the unknown
It's
set.
not, it's not.
Okay, I would be very surprised if it were. What do we have on the next set here, puppy? Let me check briefly. On the next set, we have the Plague Classic set
Goodness.
on the Suffo Pit 1 with
Plague is wild.
Glitchpop killing first. Maybe Misfortune from Glitchpop will be killing, maybe not, we're not sure, but either way, we're going to head right into that, and after a short break, don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. And welcome back to Bitter Demise. I am Cruz, your caster. I am so sorry for that technical difficulty. Something with the dedicated server went wrong, but we are back with Misfortune from Team Glitchpop on Plague at Suffocation Pit 1. I am joined here by my co-caster Untrained Puppy. Puppy, how are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm imagining a very good game right now with the killer looking for survivors, and I imagine that it's going very well, and they're hopefully going to find one and chase them very soon.
Yes, we are. We're getting some infection onto a lot of these generators there. Always a good start. Kind of spread out that infection early. It's going to pay off later in the game. Hitting the pallet, but not quite. Okay, but we will get the infection spread because we touched the pallet. So that's good enough for us. We're going to leave Chase. We do see the infection coming in onto the Nancy there. So she has begun to work on a generator. For build here, we see Corrupt Intervention, very common. We have Pain Res in Eruption, very, very common regression perks, and then Bamboozle, because we are an M1 killer and chases are our weakness. Either way, we are going to be chasing this Nancy here. Not, I guess, waiting for her to get injured. She will become injured. Nice patience there from Ruben. Able to get the pallets done here. We are just going to break and probably leave this chase. Yeah, there's not too much... I think our killer was comfortable taking chase around bot side here because we know our top side is still all corrupted from Corrupt Intervention. So we are able to just seamlessly transition. We got a Corrupt Purge. Nice hits. Oh my goodness! Getting a very lucky for our killer, caught a little bit out of position with the Corrupt Purge in a rather fortuitous spot, and we get kind of a quick 2-tap hopefully we can get the pick here before anyone comes in for the pallet save, and we do. We do see our first generator being sacrificed for it, but either way, we are going to take Revel and put him next to this progress generator, which is a pain res hook. So I'd say, all things considered, this is a pretty good start for a plague.
I imagine it is a very good start.
We still have some of our
believe-
corrupt purge left. We do see the injured Nancy here, but it's about to run out. Our Nancy just needs to bide her time a little bit. Respects the pallet, but she runs right through it. Oh, we're about to run out, but we swing. Nice prediction there from our killer. We are going to leave her on the ground and go back and pressure.
How's the gen situation looking?
Oh, do I need to share my screen? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so sorry because my game crapped itself. You should have said something.
I know.
You
I was trying to be
should have said
subtle.
something.
Do you
You
remember
should
when I
have
said
said
I'm?
No,
Do you
yeah,
remember when I said I'm imagining?
I
It was
know.
meant to be a hint.
I didn't know what you could have just said, share your screen. I would have done it, but okay, that makes
fine.
sense in hindsight. Here we are. As
All right,
you
now I
see,
can say I've done color commentary.
yes. Like
Which ironically,
listening
because
to a
colour
baseball
commentary means you
game
can't
on
see
the
shit.
radio or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, second hook here, fresh onto Fedidant. That is our second stack of pain res. We will get the unhook under our nose, though. So not much pressure with the hook, but we do get that pain res usage, which is always
Do you see another chase coming into clutch here, getting the
He
pallets
fakes
down here
like
at
he's
ace.
going around, he doubles back and drops
Oh.
it. We are just going to break. He tries to time the firecracker to get the plague while she was stuck in the break animation, but not, the blowing will not be coming in. Now everyone is either injured or infected. What I love about play games is a lot of people think play games are boring. I think play games are really interesting, especially in the late game where you have to strategize when and where you cleanse. And that adds a whole another dimension to the game.
I agree. Well, it's worth mentioning that Miss Fortune's doing a lot better here on the Plague than she was on the latter set of the Unknown.
Yes, I am sure he is a very, very competent killer. Probably just had a little bit of a hiccup there on the Unknown set, but back in the driver's seat in the Plague game, we will see the second generator popping through. Chase onto Diego here. Now, this is where play games get tough, because you've done what you're supposed to do. You got everyone infected, everyone's injured, but if they deny you that corrupt purge, or if you got to walk all across the map to get the corrupt purge and it's not worth it, you're functionally an M1 killer. And as long as they still have these resources on the map, they can keep you occupied. And that's something our killers got to think about here.
This is very, very true.
Oh, but the pathing is a little bit jank there, and we will get the M1 onto Fedidant. We see the eruption coming through. Our third generator will pop. Now, maybe not the best position for a killer to be in. For two generators remaining, usually you would like to be closer to getting into the 3v1, but still not an untenable position by any means. This is our balanced landing survivor.
Landing.
Unhook on the Fedidant comes in.
Oh, want to be
Very nice.
down.
Hit
Ping
the
difference.
pallet. Yes, ping diff is something that teams sometimes. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. Teams write off, but it's a very important distinction. What region the team you're playing from is, and are you using exit lag? These are all considerations that our survivors and our killer need to take in mind when they're judging whether or not a hit will connect. But either way, we can see Fedidant is our first survivor to cleanse, cleansing on one of those top of the map fountains very out of the killer's way. Make it so if she wants to use that power, she's going to have to walk a long distance, and that's time that the survivors can ham away on the generators.
Yeah, being very strategic here, like you said, in the late game, you have to be careful where you do cleanse and make sure that it's away from the gens and make sure it's wasted effort from the killer's part.
Now, I imagine the survivors are not going to want to do that generator before they break the 3-gen. Oh, excuse me. Never mind. I guess they know better than I do, which is fair. They probably do. But either way, this does give the Plague a nice little 3-gen to the bot side there. So I'm interested to see how this will play out. We take the chase onto Nancy here. Although, I feel like this is a waste of time. Yeah, we're going to need to leave this chase and keep our regen.
I think the thing is, the big issue is that there's still 4 survivors left. So it's not so much for 3-gen when there's so many of you left and you can just keep bouncing between.
It is, but having the last 3 generators be tightly grouped means, you know, you're able to kind of have more liberty on when to leave a chase versus when to commit.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if they're being forced to take all their chases away from the generators here. But either way, Revel, another survivor, to cleanse. Obviously, you can see those 3 fountains all the way on the other side of the map. This is very important. We cannot, not ever, ever, ever cleanse on this side of the map where our generators are. That will give the Plague way too much pressure. If she wants her power, she's going to have to work for it. Infection coming in on the Fedinit and Revel.
We got attack here soon.
We do see our Nancy coming in to body block. We do know Fedinit is death hooked. We are just going to take the M1. We are just going to decide to eat it and not worry about Fedinit right now. We see the aura from... We see both of those survivors' auras. We know where every survivor is. Very underrated part of Eruption. If you're not precise in calling you down and you're still on that generator when it explodes, the killer has your aura. Another...
Kill us anything ground.
This is the second time that... Oh, this is really nice. We have these 2... well, unfortunately, we are going to allow that unhook to come in, but that's fine. We're going to get the 1-for-1 exchange here. Fedinit cleansing again and getting infected once more. Obviously, Fedinit, very important for him not to go down, as he is our tunnel out, and that would bring us to a 3v1. So keeping the 4v1 alive, obviously, in the survivor's best interest. But either way, we are going to leave Fedinit, swing back around here, catch her looting a little bit out of position. She is going to die edge map. We're going to leave her on the ground. We have 1 survivor hooked, 1 survivor on the ground. Now, suddenly, the pressure is real. We know where all 3 of the survivors here. We've kind of corralled them into this corner of the map here. We got a slugged survivor. So definitely a position Plague can hold right now, even with 4 survivors still alive. Firecracker there doesn't quite come in, trying to buy her a little bit more time. She doesn't have any resources here, trying to disorient the Plague, but she will go down. The Ace had to rotate to get the pull, to get the pickup onto the Nancy. We are going to leave Revel on the ground. Go check up on this generator over here. And that is his 3rd or 4th cleanse. Now notice that they've run out of fountains on top side. They need to start using some of these fountains, which is going to give the Plague a fountain much closer to these generators that I wouldn't be surprised if she gets it right now. Now she needs to be careful. If all the survivors cleanse simultaneously, they can get rid of her power. Or get rid of all the fountains on the map. However, doing so would give her power. But now that she has power, they realize we're just going to play this cleansed and let the chips fall where they may. Not quite getting the corrupt purge on a Fedinit here, maybe thinking there was a pallet there. But either way, unless something happens, this will be... Oh my goodness! Oh, our killer must be kicking himself. Oh, that is not what
That
you want to
was
see.
rather unlucky.
Just a little bit sloppy there with the corrupt purge. Okay, we do see his power is refreshed. Why is his power refreshed? That's because at least 5 different fountains on the map were corrupted. And if that happens, all of them have their corruption removed, and the killer goes right into power. But either way, tag onto Revel here. And again, we really, really want Fedinit out of the game. And now they realize there's really no point playing the game injured anymore, especially now that all those fountains on top side have cleared up. They can go cleanse, and the killer does not have the luxury of going over there to pick it up, as he would have to abandon his gen spread here. So nice little chess game here that we are playing. Survivors taking their time to reset Revel.
Could not agree more.
I assume he does not want to kick this, probably because he doesn't want to run out of regression events. Each eruption having 2 regression events apiece. The first, obviously, when you apply it, the second when it goes off. So after 4 times of that, the generator is permanently blocked for the rest of the game. So long as eruption is there, he figures no real reason to give it a kick right now. Either way, that's all our survivors will be re-infected. M1 comes in onto Diego. Yeah, but this is going to be difficult for our killer to hold. The survivors are going to keep taking chase topside. And now they are all injured again. You know, the last time we saw this, they all went and cleansed. You know, are they going to do that again? But there's a little bit of mayhem here. Logan coming in, taking the body block, Fedinit in a little bit of trouble. We do see both of those survivors hammering away on that generator, so we need to drop chase here and get them off. Oh, just barely getting there before the generator popped. But the down here will proc eruption onto that generator. Actually, no, excuse me. We had proc eruption prior. Pardon me. We're going to take Revel, put him on the hook here next to this generator. She is only second hook. Okay, now this is turned into somewhat of a very careful balance act, trying to keep pressure on these survivors and keep these gens alive. We do hear some coughs from Fedinit, the only male survivor, so we know it's him. But we are going to go back and go to the unhook. Now we have 2 survivors that are death hooked, waiting out our base kit borrowed time here. Logan trying to get the body block, but she doesn't have any resources here. They're gonna... The body block not able to come in.
I think right now it's a very difficult situation.
He suspects that they're... Yeah, he doesn't have time to get the hook there, but, you know, it's a matter of time. I don't know how long the play can keep this kind of balancing act up. Eventually, he's gonna have to hook someone. Or maybe, you know, if he can keep doing this, another angle is maybe he can play for that that bleed out timer. We take a look on Logan's bleed out timer, already more than halfway through. So maybe just realizing at this point of the game, he doesn't have the luxury of getting any more hooks and just going to try and play for this slugfest of sorts.
Oh, exactly.
Survivor's sure to give him a minus rep on his Steam profile, but that is a cost he is willing to accept for victory. About 80% done on the generator. We are going to kick Diego off. She is the BL survivor, but she doesn't have anywhere to go with the BL, so she's going to be trapped edge map here and going down. I think things are beginning to unravel for the survivor team. Now with 2 survivors on the ground, they got to go and pick her up. We know that generator's not too close to popping. So the killer deciding he has enough time and the survivors are out positioned, so he will get them the kill onto Diego, and now our Plague perhaps back in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, it's certainly looking like that at the moment.
Now, I don't. You see that the little spiky animation there means that we are almost at our 8 regression event limit. But this might matter because that generator is going to pop. Maybe resting on his laurels a little bit too much there. But either way, we do have split exit gates here. See the exit gates? No, actually, are both exit gates on this side of the map? I didn't see. You'd have to turn his camera.
I can't tell.
They are. Yes, both exit gates are on this side of the map. Okay, this can make it slightly easier. But I don't think. I think they are going to be able to get the door open probably before he gets back here. No, maybe not. She's going to have to leave. Bennett
Bad situation.
either opening that door or probably going to open that door and then see if he has time to get Logan. He didn't open the door. He just went and got Logan. You see 2 lights there. We have progress on both of those gates. I think if the survivors play this correctly, he can really only get 1 additional survivor out of here. Maybe if that bleed out timer onto Logan comes in here, he can snag 2. But I think this is all he's gonna get here with the exit gates opening. The survivors should be able to make it out of the gate. He will not have time. He's gonna have to go back and just kill Logan. I don't exactly remember how many stages Logan had.
Oh, and it's not going to be relevant right now.
Well, I guess we will find out. I want to see what the win con will be here. For our survivors, that's 2 additional stages. A very nice 2K10 for our killer
It's a
here.
good result. Quickly peep over the fresh hooks for me, please. Double check I got it right.
They were all hooked.
Twitch over quickly. They were all hooked. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
yeah.
Beautiful.
So very nice, very fun game to cast there. We're going to be back in just a second with EWD Clan on the Plague. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to Bitter Demise. I am Cruz, joined here with Untrained Puppy. Puppy, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm excited to see how this second half of the Plague set is going to go. We did see a very good performance in the previous sets from Glitchpop. Glitchpop's own Fortune. I do believe it was a 4K. No, it wasn't a 4K one. It was a
2K10. 2K10.
Thank you. And now we're going to have Fedanet, the master on killer, so to speak. Very well experienced, very well vetted. We should see a very strong result here, a 4K2, 4K1 potentially. We do see him maybe going for power early on here, Cruz. What do you think he's got to do to get a good result?
I think he's got to get it down very fast. Just sorry to interrupt you, Puppy. Could you just check for me really quick that Penamento and Wretched Fate are both allowed perks?
Allowed. I can double check.
Unless you already checked that. I mean, if you already checked that, then fine. I just
all the builds have the green tick, but I will check
but
just for curiosity's sake.
That just kind of stuck out to me. I was a little surprised there, but either way, we're not really getting good value out of this corrupt purge here. As
he's allowed. Wretched Fate is allowed.
It is allowed.
Both allowed. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Clearly, I'm just a sadistic fuck.
Yes. We have to fix the balancing there. But anyways, yeah, we're not really getting any We're not gonna get any value. Oh, excuse me, Caster's Curse. We're gonna get a M1 hit out of the corrupt purge here. But again, this is an M1 killer without corrupt purge. So in order to get the down, we're gonna have to just play M1, and the survivors got plenty of resources. We're probably going to have to just get the infection here and leave. But either way,
Do you believe
our
you would be
killer,
right?
our killer is just going to commit. Oh, maybe it's the right choice. The double back here runs right into the killer. Maybe a little bit of confusing pathing there, but either way, this will be our first down of the game, and that is a pain residence hook. Very nice, very early down there. Our killer maybe forgetting to give shrimping a little bit of purge, as he is not infected and probably should have puked on him before he left, but that's fine. Irregardless, we're gonna get some puke onto Was here on the Jake and on this generator.
Novas.
No Was. Our killer maybe now remembering that he did not get puke onto shrimping before and putting some on there.
No puke, no way, bro. No puke, no way.
I do like this. It looks like we are going to try and secure the second stage here. We will lose 2 generators for it on bot side here. But unless somebody comes in right now for a 1-for-1, it looks like we will be getting the second stage. They could, I think they could do a 1-for-1 if they wanted to, but I guess they're just going to let him go second stage. They figured not worth it. Either way, we will see the unhook coming in just as the plague leaves, re-dropping this pallet here. I did briefly mention perks when I was talking to Puppy, but I want to bring our attention back to them. Interestingly, we did not see Corrupt Intervention. Corrupt Intervention, usually a staple perk on not just M1 killers, but all killers, because it's just a great perk. And it's hard to sometimes stop gens from popping without it. But either way, it's a very aggressive build. We do see Pain Res, but Pain Res is the only similarity from last match. Everything else is different. We have 3 totem perks. We have our Hex Ruin, our Hex Wretched Fate, and our Penameno to punish any survivors who cleanse either of those totems.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a more stronger, more aggressive build here, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'm sure our survivors are also aware that Penameno is allowed. So, you know, if I were them, I would not cleanse, and it looks like they're going to be doing just not that. Nice little spin here, trying to catch Was off guard. We will lose another generator for it. Oh, nice hit with the pallet there. We had some good early game pressure, but remember that our win con here is a 2K10. So maybe the game's starting to slip a little bit away from our killer here, but definitely the game is still very much alive here. Do hear a decent bit of progress on that generator, but we don't have eruption or any kicking perks. We do see Misfortune. Misfortune, I believe, is our tunnel out, deciding to cleanse himself. But we are grabbing Corrupt Purge for the second time this match. See if we can capitalize on some of this value here. Take a chase onto Phoenix. Not quite landing the Corrupt Purge there. Ah, excuse me, they will be cleansing the totems. I guess perhaps either just finding it or just deciding to make that judgment call. That is going to be the Wretched Fate. Was
Too
is
strong, though,
probably over there.
33%. I don't blame them.
Yeah, it is pretty strong. Now, keep in mind that Penameno does the same thing, but to everyone.
Mixed Dying Light with that.
Yes. But either way, they are going to decide that it is worth it. And beautiful hit. Nice prediction there onto Was. We're going to leave him on the ground and go back to our hook here. We do see the unhook coming through. See some scratch marks on the wall there. So we know where all our survivors are at the moment. I wonder when we're gonna light this Penamento totem. Usually, what you do is you get a down. You put them on the hook next to the Penamento totem. You light the Penamento totem, and you protect both. And they can't get to save, and if they gotta go work on gems, they're doing it much slower. So it looks like exactly what our killer will be doing here. We will light this Penamento totem, so we can protect both our hook and our Penamento totem simultaneously. We will be taking our Corrupt Purge for the 3rd time this match. Let's see who we can find.
It didn't make a lot of sense, to be honest with you.
Yeah. We'll be rotating over
See
the
our
top.
killer doing very well right now. 5 stages, I want to say 3 fresh right now. It's a good position.
Something like that.
Holding the
Yes.
gens as well.
I think he is well on track to meet his win con. If Fedinit does meet his win con, this will be the 2-0 sweep for EWD Clan. Oh, beautiful. Nice arc there on the Corrupt Purge. Nice spread there. We will get rewarded with a down there, but not that time. We do see someone trying to work on that Penamento totem. We're going to push Phoenix off, but the down will be coming in here. This is a lot of pressure now, with Was on the ground and Phoenix about to be hooked. Misfortune just becoming injured. And that, once again, we have the death onto Phoenix. Beautiful. We enter the 3v1 with 2 generators remaining.
Now is where it becomes very dangerous for us survivors, I think.
Yes. And keep in mind, we have both the Ruin up and we have Penamento up. I wonder if they knew they had Penamento when they cleansed Wretched Fate. They might have not. They might have suspected it, but now they have definitive proof that there is Penamento. So the question is, are they going to get rid of the Ruin Totem and risk another lighting of the Penamento? That remains to be seen.
Beautiful down.
On the medium vault.
We're currently playing up, down, down right now.
They get rid of the Penamento totem. Fenimit may be adjusting his reshade there.
Gonna be hooked on the 7 now.
Oh, that I didn't know he was dead. Excuse me. Okay, very comfortable position for a killer. I think cruising, no pun intended, well on the way to his win con. You know, get it, cruise, because I'm
yeah, I get it,
I'll be here all night.
We're beautiful pallets done there, though.
From here. Heading over to Shack window, but we're not going to be able to make it, unfortunately. We're going to leave him on the ground. Only one other survivor up. This could be where it all ends for our survivors and for Glitchpop in this match. If assuming the game ends here, we will not be heading into the tiebreaker set, which would have been the Spirit set.
Oh, I think it's over. I think this is all she wrote.
It is. Another ping hit there on the pallet. Beautiful. 4K2. Both times we've seen Fedinet, we've seen strong results. 4K2 on both killers, on Unknown and Plague. Just really strutting his stuff out here, showing us what he's made of. But also great resistance put up by Team Glitchpop, and hats off to them as well. But this will be the 2-0 sweep. Team EWD Clan will be taking the match, the set and the match win against Glitchpop here. We're just sticking around waiting for Hatch to spawn here. We can close it. Either find Misfortune or not, doesn't matter much. He leads out or gets hooked. He's still toast. Puking onto hatch. Now, Puppy, what do you think Glitchpop could have done differently in this match to avoid a result like this?
I think honestly with the build the killer's running, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but you'd have to play things out really slow, you'd have to stealth, you'd have to bit by bit try and take away the build basically, and I think by that point you're not getting much time to do the gens, so I think you're looking at a 30-minute game, and yeah, you still might lose anyway, so I think it's really difficult, to be honest with you.
I think Fenonet really excelled at keeping global pressure on this map, not getting sucked into a chase and making sure to pick and choose which chases he took. We do see Misfortune here over the hatch. Do we get the pleasure of seeing the Mori here? I don't know. We're just gonna... Oh, yes we do. Okay. What she said.
No, what she said. It's Egyptian, man.
Oh, yeah. I think it's just a bunch of gobbledygook. But anyways...
sounds like behavior.
That is all she wrote. We will be ending stream shortly there with EWD Clan taking the win against Team Glitchpop. I've been Cruz, and this is Untrained Puppy. Puppy, do you have any final words before we close things out here and prepare for the next match?
Just the next one will be Sinners versus Ominous. Should be very exciting, and we'll be having it ready for you lovely people in a couple of minutes.